Good evening. It's the 1st of September, 2021, and I haven't been around online a lot lately, not like I usually am, for reasons both seen and unforeseen. And I don't know. I got a few minutes. I was gonna. Haven't been playing a lot of games because I've been busy. I really hadn't had time to play with games and toys and stuff like that. Although I still love them as much as I would normally like to. And it is what it is. Looks like the next couple weeks, probably the next month, I'm gonna be real busy. So, but like I said, it is what it is. But I was wanting to bring you this here. We're gonna look at this here. This is called the Gamebook Zine, and gosh, I didn't even know, wasn't even aware of this, and I came across this, and or really, this kind of found me, as a matter of fact, and I bought this one. This is the latest and third issue, and one of the main reasons I bought it was Desert Storm game, wargaming with a deck of cards. Now that's a little deceiving, but that's what I seen on the cover, and I said I'm gonna check this out. It's a pretty well produced book. And we're just talking about, book type games, right? That's why it's Gamebook Zine. Which, if anybody watched some of my videos, you'll see that I do love game books, and I do think that it's a medium that war games have never really taken full advantage of. But here it is. The game sounded. It's a bit of. There's more to it than I thought. So it's a bit of a do it your DIY game, but you're going to need a deck of cards, 5 dice. You're going to need some colored tokens. Obviously, with that spelling, it's produced in Great Britain. The book is, or the writing is, but another thing you're going to need Desert Storm cards. And you don't need them all. If you remember those old Topps Desert Storm cards from, like, when was it, 90 or 91, something like that, during the first Gulf 4. So yeah, and you're just going to play, and you're going to need a map. It says get a newspaper map, which you can get a map of Baghdad or Iraq right off the internet. But so the game was I had those Topps cards at one time, and they're easy to get. You can buy a bunch of them. So I might actually buy some of those and play a game because it sounds kind of interesting. But with hopping around this book, there was another game, and it was this one here. A Rolling for an Oliver. This is by Edward Harvey. And this one's this is based on a World War I game. You're going to have 4 stats. You're going to roll for stats. I think you roll 4 d6s and get rid of the lower one and then the top 3. You can get I think like 4 stats, right? And your whole point of this is you're in the trench and you're going to go out and you're going to save your buddy. Attempt to save your buddy who's in no man's land, and this is and so a lot of things are going to happen, right? Which is really a cool idea, and I played through it. It's decent mechanics. You got some decent art there. It's decent mechanics. You're going to have to deal with, obviously, artillery shells. You're going to have to deal with small arms fire being out away from the wire. So there's a lot of stuff to it, but it is kind of an interesting concept. And I played through it, and I just got killed the first time. I got crushed pretty badly. It's interesting, and as a game, it's not a total fail. I think it's good, but I think that I'd like to have something where I had a little bit more decision making, or a little bit more of a narrative type game like this, a little bit more of what I would call serious decision making or meaningful decision making, right? But it's still pretty good. It's still pretty good, and I did like it, and I liked that concept of being a World War II guy, getting your buddy out, anybody you grew up with, from out of no man's land and trying to bring him back to the trench. Love that concept. I think a lot of things, especially in the format here, a narrative game, choose your own adventure type game. It's a great idea, and execution is not a total fail, but I think it could be done better. The writing's okay, all right, but I mean it's a Gamebook Zine. What do you want? The other stuff I really hadn't played, but just off those two games alone, off me reading through the Desert Storm game, and which is kind of cool, and me playing through that World War One game. There's one giant appetite. I guess you're a giant there. That's some fantasy stuff, which is cool. This is worth your money, right? $13. It was worth every penny of it. It's still got several other choose your own type games, right? There's one, what is that? Rock and roll, which is a very weird concept to be as a game, right? Back to Desert Storm. I've read through that. Pretty good, but I just want to show you all this, and it's all I've really done in gaming lately because of, like I said, work. That's what we want to call it. Boom's Lane. All right. Some reviews in here. Another game. You got your adventure sheet here. What game is this? Oh, it's the Boom's Lane. Okay. Now you got your adventure sheet you go through. So there it is. That's it. That's all I got for you. Like I said, a couple of war games in here worth taking a look at. The whole book I think is worth taking a look at. And there's a couple more issues. There's issue 3, so there's 1 and 2. I'm gonna probably go back and look at some of the other ones. Available on Amazon. $13. Worth every penny of it. Kind of a interesting thing at that price, you know. To get that much out of it is kind of interesting and fun. So there it is. I don't know when I'll upload again. If I upload again, I might be in a vehicle of some sort and I have a game with me. But that's the way it is, man. That's how it is. You know, like I said, unforeseen circumstances sometimes. All right, y'all. Yeah, just remember, everybody out there, just remember. Don't, you know, let's remember that you know, have fun in life, right? And the whole reason we do some gaming and stuff is to enjoy life. And if we only have to go through the most unenjoyable parts of life without something to get us through, for me and particularly something like this, then is life really worth living? You know. Yeah, smile. Enjoy every minute that you can steal away. And keep your head up. Things do get better. All right, folks. I'll talk at you soon. Bye-bye.